Hey, friends. So, not really a new report, but I think it's something interesting to discuss or think about. So, since the Liberals Party took power, I'm not going to discuss like my politics, but just this is just facts. Okay. Over 8 years, Ottawa's hired an additional 80,000 employees, expanding the federal workforce by 31%. Okay. Now, this doesn't include Canadian military or the RCMP. So, this is just like CRA jobs, um, normal government jobs. Okay. And I like graphs. So, I mean, this is just the same idea, but with a graph showing that during Harper, the government jobs went down. And actually, this says in more detail, this doesn't include Canadian military, RCMP, nor reflect workers at Crown corporations such as Canada Post, Via Rail, or CBC Radio Canada. So you can see there's a pretty drastic increase in the terms of government jobs. Now, this is a different article. Um, this guy Page is saying the overall picture of what happening to the public service, how many employees, what's the wage bill, is pretty much buried. No one is really monitoring this. In 2012, when Page was still working for Parliament, he prepared a report. The average public servant cost taxpayers more than $114,000 a year in total compensation. So, added 79,000 jobs. If I had a calculator, I'd times that by 114,000 a year. But that was in 2012, right? And then what this just discusses is um, the president of a organization. Like, it keeps cutting off my TikToks here, which is annoying, but it's just another comment. So we're heading to recession. A giant civil service is not going to help us in terms of remaining lean enough to be able to respond to challenges and prevent further tax increases to pay for it all. Right now, this is something to think about. Like, if you have someone who works for Google, okay, so Google gets its revenue from people using its services. So that's the income coming in, right? Um, the income that people use to pay for its services, Google pays out to that employee, and then that employee pays income tax, which then gives us the money to run our government. Okay. Now, think of a government worker. A government worker does not get paid by that outside source. It's money that's coming from the income taxes we pay. So essentially, by if we don't like try and do something about these really high amounts of government workers, the only way that we'll be able to get through it is by increasing the taxes on the people that don't work well, everybody really. So it's a pretty concerning issue we have going on here.